안녕하세요. 모두 코리안의 소피쌤입니다. Hello my purple angels and welcome back to my channel.
I wanna be a weekend lover. Yeah, I'ma be the best damn lover you got.
Can you believe, guys, that we are already on part 5 on how to pronounce every single sound that exists in the Korean language? Last week we talked about how to pronounce every single combined vowel, and this week we're going to talk about how to pronounce every single supporting consonant. Okay, let's get started. Now, pronouncing Korean supporting consonants properly is what I would say differentiates someone who speaks Korean okay versus someone who has fantastic Korean pronunciation. Okay, and the main thing is to understand the difference between English consonant endings and Korean consonant endings. In English, what happens when a word ends in a consonant is we have this tiny little sound that escapes at the end. Let's look at a few examples. All right, let's have a look at these words here. They all end in a consonant sound. So let's read them together. It's don't. Right, hear that sound? Don't. What about word? Word. Yeah. Cup. Cup. So as you're listening to me speak in English now, you can hear that every word that ends in a consonant sound, we have this tiny little escaping sound at the end. That is what characterizes English pronunciation. Now, if you were to hear a Korean person who doesn't have perfect English pronounce these words, they would probably go like this. They'd probably go 돈 or 돈트 or 워드, right? They would either not pronounce the last consonant sound completely, or they pronounce it as a whole new syllable. And the reason for that is because the way that Korean pronunciation works is supporting consonants are very, very subtle in sound and you barely hear it. Okay, so let's go through each and every consonant in the Korean alphabet and add them as a supporting consonant. All right, so let's start off with some easy ones. The M supporting consonant, add that to the R sound, will go Easy, right? The trick here is to not let your lips open again at the end. So it's not m. It's just Keep your lips closed. Similarly, the N supporting consonant will go an. Okay, so again, we're not letting the sound come out at the end. We're not going n. It's an. Keep it closed. All right, let's pick it up a little bit. The circle character is a little bit of a special one. All right, so this is pronounced with a ng sound on the end. So this will be pronounced as ang. Right? Now, please be aware, there are some people when they speak English that pronounce an ng sound with a g sound on the end, right? Like going, sang, right? This is incorrect, right? You need to pronounce it without the g sound and just that muffled ng sound. So this is not pronounced as ang. Make sure that g sound does not come out. Okay, it's just ang. All right, let's pick it up again. The L as a supporting consonant. Now this can be a tricky one if you don't know the rule. So when the L is a supporting consonant, what you want to do is not drag on that sound of the L. Okay, so what we mean by that is we're not going al, right? We're not dragging that sound on. It's not al. We're going to get to the L sound and stop pretty much as soon as you're there. Cool? So it's al. Notice how I've stopped vocalizing pretty much as soon as my tongue comes up. Watch. Al. Al. Cool. This is a tricky one. Let's try it out with a different combination. What about il? Not il and dragging that sound. Il. Il. Ul. Ul. So as you can probably tell, the trick with pronouncing any kind of supporting consonant is to only say the tip of that consonant sound. We're only barely saying it, okay? What that means is that some consonants, when they are supporting consonants, will sound the same as each other. The B and the P consonant are an example of this. So both of these combinations, both of these syllables will be pronounced as up, up, because we're not going up or up, up, right? It's up, and you're keeping your mouth closed to not let that escaping sound. That also means that the G consonant and the K consonant will sound the same when they are supporting consonants. So both of these would be pronounced as ak, ak, right? Because we're not going ag or ak, ak. It almost sounds like I'm not saying any kind of supporting consonant at all, right? It almost just sounds like I'm saying the syllable really short. Ah. Which is why when there is no supporting consonant on a syllable, it's important that we say it long, because otherwise it'll sound like there is a supporting consonant like one of these on it. Okay, so have a look at these consonants as supporting consonants. How do you think these would be read? So it goes at, 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 at. If we try to not let the sound escape, we're not going us, at, right? Because we don't let that sound escape and you are stopping yourself as soon as that sound is about to escape. So instead of going at, you're going at, or us, at. That is why all of these supporting consonants sound exactly the same as each other. Now the H as a supporting consonant is a bit of a special one, because if we were to read the syllable on its own, it would be read as ah, right? It sounds like it's not there. But the reason we don't want to think of it as being a silent character is because it's not. It will affect the sound of the next syllable if there was one. But if there isn't one, it does not make a sound. Okay guys, that is the end of today's video. And supporting consonants are, for now, this easy to pronounce. But when there is another syllable afterwards, which there almost always will be if it's in a word or a sentence, it does change slightly. There is a way that particular supporting consonants affect the next sound. So that's what we'll be talking about next week. Until then, thank you for watching. Please comment below what you thought of this video. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next week. 감사합니다. 안녕히 가세요.